And about me, you mean what can I tell about me?
Yeah.
What's coming from France? I'm half French, half Italian, and I lived most of my life in France. And I moved to Sweden in 2014. But before, I had a musical career in France, and I played in several bands, and I decided for some obvious reason I met my wife, Charlotta, in 2013 on Facebook actually. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not
Online
joking.
dating.
It was like a fairy tale, and I because for me Facebook, excuse me for that. Facebook is not for me a dating site or whatsoever. For me, Facebook is a very nice, very clever tool to share music,
Yeah.
and but shit can happen, and beautiful shit can happen. And then I met my wife, and then yeah, decided to move to Sweden, and I don't regret it.
Okay. So then you move to Sweden and meet your wife.
Well, we met first. We
Yeah.
met first, and it was like wow, and we decided to get married, and I moved in Sweden in 2014, and
Okay.
I don't regret it. Some people are asking me, "Hey, Pete, don't you miss your home country? Even if I'm half French, half Sweden." But I can tell you one thing: jag blev en svennebanan. So I have the Swedish citizenship,
Yeah.
but I don't regret it, and I don't miss my country because I don't know how I could say that. I could tell you that, but since I'm like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, first I wanted to have tattoos, and for me, I realized, I don't know if it was like a sixth sense, but I wasn't in the right country. But it
Okay.
took many years, but I finally moved to Sweden, and I don't regret it. I love Sweden.
Okay. That's great because Sweden are a really great country.
It is. I can tell.
Yeah.
Beautiful people, uh, and landscapes. I mean, wow! It's some landscapes are breathtaking.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's true.
It's great. I love Sweden.
That's true. So, 2017, you released your single.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, yeah. 2017. That doesn't make me younger. Thank you
Yeah.
for reminding me.
So, can you tell
2017.
me something about that or the story about the single?
Yeah, actually, I when I moved to Sweden, I played in two bands, and but I'm sure during the conversation, this interview, I'd rather call that a conversation. Interviews like you ask question and I answer, and I hate that. I mean, for me, an interview has to be like a conversation between two friends
Yeah.
on a glass of Coke or a beer or whatsoever, or coffee, and and yes, after playing in two bands. I didn't have any band anymore, and I said to myself, I will record and something." So I have been renting a studio in Lund, and I I recorded all the instruments except for the drums.
Oh, you were recording all instrument.
Yeah, except for the drums because I suck at drumming.
Okay.
Recorded the bass, the rhythm guitar, the solos, the vocals, backing vocals, and everything. And and the thing is that I did that in one day. We pre-mixed with the sound engineer uh, this first song, which was called "Without You." And I recorded on the Saturday and the Sunday on the Sunday we started to do like a premix, and then my wife and I, Charlotte and I, we flew to Spain actually to spend a week of vacation. And when we came back, um, we we did the final mix, and then we released it. It was in March 2017, but for some reason that are personal, we only released this song without you in October on the 6th of October 2017. And yeah, that's correct. That was my first single. That was just a try. Let's put it
Mm.
this way.
Okay, but it's must be a very nice feeling and just release your first single for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that yeah, it's okay. When you play, I guess I can see where you want to lead me. Um, when you play in a band, for example, that you are like it's like 4 or 5 members, 4 or 5 people in a band. So you play your parts,
Yeah,
and it gives what it gives. But when the first time you are in the studio on your own, it wasn't the first time actually, but the very first time you're in studio to actually release a song on a first single on Spotify.
yeah,
It's very. I was very excited. I was very excited, even if the final result is not one I really expected. But no offense, it's all my fault.
mm.
It's all
But
my fault. So I at that time I think I didn't. It's not that I didn't see exactly what I wanted or didn't know exactly what I wanted, but sometimes you do things and the results, because everything is in your head, and
yeah,
in the end it's a little bit different. But I like the results anyway. I'm satisfied 70 percent of the results. The fact is that I asked my good friend and music partner Michael Strandh to play the drums, but he was already engaged. He was already booked for
yeah.
another job, so he couldn't play the drums. So I had to rent a drummer, a session
Okay.
drummer.
Oh, that's cost a lot of money, I think.
I mean, no one runs for free, and you know it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
It's
true.
business when you want to do things, and this is why little by little I've been investing in some gears and stuff like this to have like a very humble home studio.
Yeah,
And but yeah, everything costs. Everything has a price.
yeah, that's true. So, do you work with Michael today?
I'm sorry, you say it was
Do
breaking
you
up.
do you work with Michael today? Do you
Of
do
course, I
something?
mean, yeah. I mean, Michael Strand. If you are thinking about like a collaboration, uh, Michael is more. First of all, is one of my best friends.
Okay.
We know each other for like I don't know, maybe 8 9 years now. Because we were even friends. I think we were even friends before I actually moved to Sweden. And the thing is that in 2000 and at the end of 2019 or beginning of 2020, I was on my own. Wasn't playing in any band anymore. I wasn't playing for, should I say, any band anymore. So he called me and said, "What's up?" And I said, "Well, I'm gonna start to work on my own materials." And he said, "Well, if you need a drummer, I'm here." So I said, "Just come to me," and we started to talk. And I said, "I got this song. Every time I close my eyes, it's very simple." I said, "Yeah, it's very simple. There's nothing new under the sky."
Mm.
And we said, well, let's make a try. And yeah, we. It's more than a. I would call that more than a collaboration, because we are very very good friends. But when it's time to work, friendship is behind, and we work as a couple, as a couple.
Ah, okay. So when you work, you work, and after that you are friends, right?
There's still this friendship, but there is like a line, an invisible line, if I may say. And the friendship, when you want to have a coffee or glass of beer or whatsoever, this is friendship. But when it's time to work, that there is this friendship, but there is the kind of the professional side that takes over, if you
Yeah,
understand what I mean.
yeah,
And
I
we're
understand.
still friends, but I'm not a dictator. I always say, well, this is my music. I am the one who always take the final decision, but I'm not a dictator. I always give Michael free hands, and sometimes he surprised me. He surprised me in a good way. At the beginning, I was like, okay, boy, if you want to go like this, but just give it a chance. And then when we listened to I'm talking about the second single, Forever. The end is like with a double kick, and I didn't expect that from him. And
Mm.
to be perfectly honest with you, I was surprised, not shocked, but surprised. And when I re-listened to what he had been recording, and I was like, yeah, he was right. He was right. Always give a chance
Yeah,
to anyone. This is
yeah.
the most
That's the important thing.
exactly, because
So
I am not better than anyone else.
that's
And
true.
and the thing is that Michael proved me that not that I said to him, no, you're wrong, but he proved me, he surprised me, and he proved me that this could fit actually in the song. So
Mm.
it's all good.
That's great. So you start your career 1985 in the France with the band.
Oh,
La-
yes. 1985. I was like, but you want to kill me tonight? You just got me. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, 1985. Yeah, that. Yeah, I mean, your facts are correct.
yeah.
And yeah, I started my career, my musical career in 1985. You know, after seeing Kiss, Motley Crue, and all the biggest bands, uh, I wanted to be a musician, not a rock star, because nowadays everyone is a rock star. You sell 10 CDs, then you're a rock star. It doesn't work like this.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be a musician first, not because of the girls, but because of the love of the music. And I've been raised in a very, very strict way. My father was very rude, and it was very strict. He was Jewish, so am I.
Yeah.
Uh, for him, listening to hard rock, I remember the first time he saw Kiss on the TV, he was like, "Oh, they are gay or whatsoever, whatever." I said, "No, they are just." And when I was around 19, 20, 21, I decided I want to play in a band. But previously, I bought my first guitar. I was like 13. My dad was totally wasted. He was so sorry, and he was very angry, to be honest with you. But no matter what, I kept on doing the good job, and this is what I was thinking at that time. And I started to play in my first band in 85, 86. That's true. That's correct.
Mm.
And at that time, I was at the university to study English and the law, because my father wanted me to be a lawyer. Can you imagine me with a in France wearing a black dress and having a you know a
No,
wig?
I cannot.
No, I can't.
No.
And the thing is that I was like, no, I quickly understood that that wasn't meant for me. And the first time previously, the first time I bought my guitar, um, the first time I hold it, I didn't know how to play the guitar actually.
Okay.
It was just magic. I never took any guitar lessons or any bass lesson. I learned by watching the biggest Kiss, Motley Crue, Scorpions, Rat, Cinderella, all those bands from the 80s. And yeah, I started my musical career, call that whatever you want. I don't want to
Mm.
feel or to seem like too pushy because I'm not like this. But yes, I've started to really play music in bands in '85. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. And after that, you start and play with a new band in 1998. Can you tell about that? Because you make a lot of gig with that band.
Yeah, I mean, the coming back to your previous question, and in '85, '87, then I formed the band Lovechild, which with I we played few gigs, but my very first serious band was in 1998. That's correct, called XXL, that I formed together with a very talented guitar player uh, in 1998, and we have been playing together for I would say almost 11 years, and it was great, to be honest with you. The very first serious band, because between 85, 87, then 89, I formed this band with the guitar player that with whom I formed XXL. We formed a band called Storm, and it was about, because at that time uh, it was like um, I forgot the Guns N' Roses were big, and I
Mm.
remember that the bass player was very influenced by Guns N' Roses, and he wanted to be like a copy and paste. And I said, we don't need that. We don't need that. But yeah, my very first, I would say, serious band
Yeah.
started in 1998 with XXL. Yeah.
Yeah, I read about a Trivium. I think it's the right name you play with. You start.
Uh, we opened, you mean?
Yeah, you open for that
Yeah, we
band.
were. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we started as a humble band, and but no cover, no cover songs. We were not covering any songs except one from Deep Purple, "Smoke on the Water." But the thing is that it was our own materials, and the thing is that we um we started in 1998, and quickly, to be honest with you, things started to work.
Mm.
And we had the opportunity to open for bands like Trivium, Annihalator, Skew, Siskin. I doubt that Nina is going to watch this interview, but if Nina, if you watch this interview, hello from Sweden. We opened for Skew, Siskin in Lyon, and I think it was Montpellier in south of France. We opened for American Dogs. We opened for quite a few bands, but also we opened, but we were headlining. We
Yeah,
were headlining as well.
it's really great band and big band you open for.
I mean, it's amazing. I remember when we opened for Annihilator, in I was scared. I was an hour before the show, before we opened for Annihilator. I was totally scared. I was without any energy. And then someone knocked at my room uh, backstage. Said, "Pete, it's time." For
Yeah,
some reason, I don't know why. I had a room for me, myself, and I, with a big sofa and everything. And someone knocked on my room. Said, "Pete, showtime." Okay, so all in a sudden, all this, I wasn't tired anymore. I was like, this is called adrenaline.
Mm.
And it was great. But yeah, fair enough. We opened for quite few bands, but we have also been headlining, creating
Okay.
our show, and then we also made a show for the 10th anniversary of the band that lasted like 2 hours and 30 minute show with a drum
Oh,
solo, guitar solo, and with a this big cake.
yeah.
Uh, it was amazing. It was a good souvenir. It was a souvenir.
So it's
Absolutely,
a good memory for you.
absolutely. I mean, the thing is that, like I often say, good or bad memories, it's a bag,
Mm.
and you have to remember the good times rather than the bad ones.
Yeah. So, so what will you say was the best memory from that time?
From that time,
Yeah.
of course, it was opening for Annihilator when you hit the stage and you have like I don't know, what a small area, because in France they don't have this big stadium. But yeah, they do have, but stadiums are more for the Rolling Stones, or
Oh,
But we had this I can't remember the name, but it was a concert venue where there was like 1,800, 2,000 people, and when you hit the stage and you see that the whole area is packed.
yeah.
You don't see that at the beginning. It's when the show starts, and then all the lights, and then you can see the first heads and the hands, and then some parts of the show is like coming lights coming from the background, and then you can see the whole area, and it's great. It's like
Uh,
that is a good souvenir. That is a good souvenir. Also headlining for I got a short story if you have the time. We were
yeah, I
headlining.
have.
We were headlining, what, I can't remember when it was, 2007 or 8 or something like this, and we were headlining. Our management had a phone call. Our XXL, we would like uh, XXL to headline. It was like a motorcycle bikers convention meeting whatsoever, and you say, yeah, okay, but you guys, you're going you will have to play like 2 hours, 2 hours nonstop. So our management said, well, it's 2 hours show. So we said, yeah, okay, let's do it. And the cherry on the pie, beside the fact that we were bad, of course, because when you play, you have to prepare. Um, it wasn't prepared in advance. But when you arrived, um, the manager of the DM said, you guys, you tell us what kind of song, which song you want, and we will make a surprise. So we looked at each other and said, "Yeah, what kind of surprise?" You will see it otherwise it won't be a surprise anymore. So well, I have been choosing a song that we were playing, that were like very rock and roll, that we're talking about girls, and he said, "Okay." And when the song finally, it was the time for us to finally play it.
Yeah.
And we went. I looked on the side of the stage, and there were two girls half naked, but it was no porno whatsoever, and that was a good souvenir, because you're like, when you look at, when you're younger, when you look at Motley Crue or Kiss, or all those models, and when you're on stage and you're, yeah, so this is happening. That was like a short story, but I still keep good memories of this era.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I can understand that, and I think it's for you will feel great and get this memory.
It's great, but when you are on stage, you have a job to do, if I may
Yeah.
say. But when you are off stage, of course, you have to go to the merge table for small bands, like it was. But you have to stay humble, and you have to land, because
Mhm.
on stage you are someone else.
Yeah,
But when
you
off
make
stage,
your show and then is it.
there is showtime and there is real time.
Mm. Yeah, that's true. So after that, you stop play with this band and start in recording in your home studio and release a album. Can you tell me something about that?
Well, actually, when you play in a band, as far as I'm concerned, I would start. I would try to be as quick as I can.
Yeah,
But when you play in a band for like almost 11 years, I mean, playing in a band, whether it's like two, well, not two, do it, just do it. But three, four, five, six members, like Iron Maiden. Um, Sometimes playing in a band is like being a couple, but with three, four, or five members. So, and in every couple, you have ups and you have downs.
yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
and the thing is that in the end, I realized that I didn't have any time to. There are two things that I had to lose or waste: is money and my time. And when you see that there's no, every time you try to bring solutions, and when you see that some people are like, no, 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 no. I don't know if you ever tried to speak to a wall. I tried once. I gave up. So in the end, it's better to move on, and everything happens for a reason in life. I stopped playing with the XXL. I started to
Yeah,
to record to work on my own materials, and it took times. But before the release of my album in 2021 last year, a lot of things happened, and it's always difficult to both work on your own materials and playing for bands. As far as I'm concerned, when I'm hired, when I play for a band, I focus myself 100% of
yeah,
of my time to the band I'm playing for. But I didn't quit playing. Playing is, you can play in the rehearsal room, you can play on stage, you can play at home when you're working.
yeah, that's true. But how do you feel and just recording alone and not with a band now?
I would say I'm happy as I am now, um, because I'm not 25 anymore. That's not a secret. When you're younger, you are like, "Oh, I'm in the band. I'm in the band. I play in the band. It's so exciting. It's so exciting." But uh, I always make the difference between playing in or playing for a band.
Mhm.
In XXL, I was playing in a band. I was a member. I was
Yeah,
a full member of the band. Right. Uh, After, whether it was in France, but I did a replacement as a bass player in France for like 1 or 2 years anyway. But when I moved to Sweden, I quickly realized that when you join a band that already exists, it's
mm,
very hard to be considered uh, as a full member, because guys are together. The guys are together for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years,
yeah, I
and
know the feelings. It's hard to come into a new people to our old people, and then yeah,
I won't say, I don't want to be like too pushy. It's not that, but I know what I want, and I also know what I don't want. And when I join a band, I want to know where I put my foot.
hmm,
And when I see that, like I told you a few minutes ago, I have no time to waste with anyone in this business. I know what I want. I also know what I don't want. And when I see that my expectations are not satisfied, it's better to stop or being kicked out.
Yeah, that's true. And uh, I read you make a tour with you travel to Germany, Switzerland, and Serbia and Greece. Do you want to tell something about that?
Yeah, that was with two different bands. You said Switzerland, Germany. Yeah, when I moved to Sweden, when I moved to Sweden, I will name the bands because it's not a secret.
Yeah.
Uh, when I moved to Sweden, like 3 months after, I had a call from the singer of Bye, Didi,
Yeah, Didi, I know him.
Didi Casanova. And he actually he called me and he said, "Hey Pete, are you available?" And I said, "Yeah." I thought he was going to ask me to drive the band, and I said, "Yes." What for? I said, "Well, at that time they had a guitar player, a very talented one that plays in the Crazy Leagues now, Jens Lundgren, and he was in Thailand for like 4 or 5 months, something like this." And he told me, "Oh, well, we have some gigs to play, and Switzerland, Germany and Switzerland."
Yeah.
And and he said to me, "But to be perfectly honest with you, if you got the gig, I want my band to be a 5 members band again." I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" But I was like, "Okay," because I'm more a bass player than a guitar player,
Yeah.
even if I record all my stuffs except the drums. So I said, "Yeah, but okay." That was a challenge, but I got the gig anyway. So we toured. We have been playing in Germany, and I remember this place, the Paunsche Cats Club. Sebastian, very nice guy, very nice staff, and wow, what a! I mean, Paunsche Cats Club at that time. I know that he's doing a lot of work, and in his business. Uh, when you see when you know that the Paunsche Cats Club in Germany, which is a very nice, very small area. I mean, the stage is like as big at that time,
Mhm.
2015, is as big as a stand.
Yeah.
When,
So
when you know that hardcore superstar been playing here, I was like, okay. And the funny thing that when we played in Germany, it was in February 2015, something like this. Uh, that the night we played at Bouncy Cats Club, there was Terry Ilus and Jeff Soto that were playing in Vexicon at the Hall of Fame that same night. And the day after, we were playing at the Hall of Fame in Switzerland. And the day after, Jeff Soto and Terry Ilus were playing at the Bouncy Cats Club. And then we played the night after, we played at Vexicon Hall of Fame. Same, I mean, very nice stage, very nice people. I mean, I love Switzerland. It's great,
yeah, it's
and
a great country.
it's a great country. Nice
Yeah.
people. We have my wife and I. We have very very good friends over
Yeah,
here.
that's great.
You were, yeah. Sorry, excuse me.
No, no, sorry for me. I said just this. That's great. The country. It's a really great country.
I mean, when you have the time, it's always the same damn thing. When you have the time to meet, to exchange with people, and this is what is more important rather than having your pair of headphones and listening to music. You can exchange. You can open yourself
Mm,
to the whole world and exchanging with people that are from different cultures.
that's true.
It's absolutely great. It's
Yeah,
great.
that's
But you
really.
were talking about Serbia and Greece. So
Yeah,
Serbia was with another band, Scarlet Circus, for which I played a year, a year.
yeah.
Uh,
With Pelle Eliasson.
and Elias had a
Yeah,
a very talented guitar player.
yeah, he are really great, and I know him very great also. So,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
so
I mean, me and him were playing in a Scarlet Circus, and left Skull Circus because some people will say, "Well, Pete, you can't stay in a band." It's not that. When a band doesn't correspond, or the expectations of the band doesn't correspond to first what I've been told and what, as far as I'm concerned, I am expecting. Uh, like I told you, I'm not 20, 25 anymore. I'm not,
No,
and
time is running.
it's a matter of respect for myself. Even if some people don't respect other people that are around me, which is another story. I had no time to waste with anyone, and
Yeah.
I joined again Bybong in 2019. Didi called me back and he said, "Well, our bass player left. Are you okay to join? Are you available?" I said, "Yeah, one condition. Pedro is playing because we were both playing at that time in Scholar Circus." And we did 1, 2, 3 gigs, and we went to Greece. We played in Switzerland once again, and I had the opportunity to meet some great friends that I met in 2015. So it was like great to see those people again, and because on stage you have a job to do, you have to communicate with the audience, of course, but it's great to also meet again people that you met like almost 5 years ago.
Mm.
And then we played in Greece. Yeah, Greece is, oh my God, what a night! I mean, there were like 4, 5 bands before, because me and Bybong, we were headlining. If my memory is good, and it was great. We met great people, Janice, Mari, uh, all those people in Greece. But everyone is different, but it was great. It was great.
That's great. So the last question: do you have something new going on today?
Yes.
Can you tell me something?
Yeah, yeah. Last year I released my first solo album. I often say that when you release a solo album, you're not, even if I record almost everything except the drums, except from some songs I had some friends and guests. Uh, you can't do everything on your own. But yeah, I released an album last year on the 14th of February for Valentine's Day. And you know what? There is, I believe in signs of life, because life is beautiful most of the time. My first single, Every Time I Close My Eyes, was released in 2020 on the 14th of February for Valentine's Day, the very first single of my album, Hush. And a year after, I didn't make it on purpose, but 1 year after, the same day for Valentine's Day, my album Hush was released. So it's a sign of life. And this first album had a quite good response from on Spotify and different other platforms. Uh, this album Hush has like we are waiting for, we are praying for the millions of streams. So
Yeah.
we have like 183,000 streams, something like this. And a month ago, on the 25th of March, um, I released the first single, which is not a song. This is an instrumental called Amethyst, and it's like an anthem to the world for love and peace.
Okay. That's great. Really great. Can you repeat that?
There will be more. There will be more. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just the first single. The single in 4 weeks had like almost 13,000 now. Almost, well,
Yeah.
2,500 or 800. I can't remember exactly. But this is my wife that rules my page and my artist page. I only record music, but there will be more to come. And hopefully by the end of the week, the end of the year, sorry, there will be a Pete Maroni album number 2.
Okay, that's great. So maybe we at the Veckans Band Metal Radio will get the premiere songs from you and play?
Why not? You never know. Exactly. I'm open to any kind of proposition, and I will be very happy to make like a contribution to your radio station, of
Yeah,
course. And
you already are, by the way.
I'm always ready uh, I'm always open to any kind of opportunities. I mean,
Yeah,
serious opportunities, and I know that you contacted me like a few weeks ago, and for some reason you were busy, I was busy, and we finally found the
a
time.
time.
And
Yeah,
it's great, and it's great to be able to talk to each others with a camera.
yeah, and a picture so I can see you.
Yeah, exactly. Because on the phone or it's okay to text to send SMS, but it's better to see people in real life.
Yeah,
Or
that's true.
it's so much funnier.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
funnier. It's great.
To the end, do you want to say anything to everyone want to see this interview?
I would like to first of all, when I released this first single of the Hush album, Every Time I Close My Eyes, we did it like a try with Michael. Because I was at a point of my life where I didn't know what to do. And instead of complaining about myself, I said, maybe it's time, one more time. Life always sends you some signs. And I said, okay, instead of complaining, I am going to focus on my stuff and my material. And this first album worked quite good, two brackets. And I would like to thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you I don't like to say that all my fans because of the success of of my songs and my
Yeah.
music and this album. My good friend Michael Mosner and Bill Godby, Christina Oman Larsson, my wife as well, and a few other people, and also local fans worldwide. uh, they contacted me and they helped me and they have been promoting. First of all, I would like to thank all the people and friends and fans that are supporting and promoting my music. This is priceless because most of bands or artists, once they have like a little bit of success, they tend to forget who actually helped them from the start. It
That's
starts with
true.
management. And a last word, yeah. I mean, stay tuned, folks. And I never take anything for granted. I don't know how my second album is going to sound like, but I promise that I will do my best. And
Yeah.
thanks again for promoting my music and following me. You can follow me on Spotify, iTunes. I got my Spotify artist, iTunes. I already said that. My Facebook, Pete Maroni artist. You just Google Pete
Can you
Maroni.
send all your link to me so I can put it on the YouTube information?
Absolutely. Yeah, I have, like I said, my Spotify accounts. I have also a channel, Pete Maroni, artist, and I got different links, different pages. I recreated the Pete Maroni artist page for on Facebook, but like the fans of Pete Maroni worldwide, Scandinavia. Uh, I am not responsible for that. It's fans and friends that said, "Oh, how could we help you?" And at the first place, you're like, "Why do you want to help me?" Because we like your music. And all those people, and I forgot, and I probably forgot to name some. I mean, local state worldwide, Peter Klun, Martin Colson, they are from Louisiana. All those people that are helping and promoting my music, it's priceless. Thank you for that.
Then, thanks for you joining Veckans Band Metal Radio, and I am very happy for you do that.
I am the one that is honored. Thank you for your invitation.
Yeah. Then I stop the recording.